Hi guys, this is Josh. In this video, I'd like to give you a few tips on saving time in your Google Drawings or pretty much anything in Google Drive using the replace image feature. So as far as I know, this works in Google Drawings and in Google Slides, and I think that this will really help you save some time once you've created the document that you'd like to sort of reuse. I do this a lot when I want to create custom YouTube thumbnails. Now, custom YouTube thumbnails are something that I've been using a lot more recently, and it's because of this technique. It's because I've created something that is a lot more convenient for me to edit quickly. A lot of times when I feel like it's more complicated or just feels intimidating, it doesn't get done. And so I'll end up with just one of the random pictures that YouTube takes from the video, and those aren't quite as appealing as something that's custom made. So I'd like to recommend that you use custom thumbnails for your YouTube videos, and also just give you this little tip for creating anything and sort of reusing what you've already done. Now I have tons of these now because I do this all the time. So here's all my custom YouTube thumbnails that I've created using Google Drawings, and you see a lot of them in here are for Google Slides, Google Drawings, all of my portrait work, all that kind of stuff, and also just from some other tips and tricks. But I have another one that I've just finished a speed drawing of a portrait that I did for a friend of mine, and I want to create a YouTube thumbnail for them. Here's an issue that I've run into with YouTube a few times, and I'm sure that you've seen this too if you upload anything to YouTube. You see how there are no thumbnails here. And this is not very helpful for me, especially if you're trying to monetize your videos and just get the most views out of them and really be able to share them without having a great thumbnail that captures the content of the video really well in that tiny little area that you have to sort of advertise it. This is no good to me, just this blank gray square. And this has happened a few times. I don't know if it's a problem with my internet or if it's a problem with YouTube or whatever is happening. It's just I've found the solution is just to use a custom thumbnail anyway. So right now it was trying to grab a picture that it sort of automatically takes out of the video as the thumbnail, and my solution to both just getting better thumbnails in general, but also when this happens, is to use a custom thumbnail. So I'm going to create one and then fix this problem. I'm just going to grab the last one that I made, which was for the Batman versus Superman vector drawing, and I'm just going to make a copy. So I've just right-clicked. I'm going to make a copy. This is another time-saving feature. I'm just making a copy of my Google drawing. Now, this is kind of interesting to me. It places it for some reason every once in a while, not every time, just back into the home folder of my drive folder, and you saw it there for a second, and then it's been moved back into my YouTube thumbnails. I don't know why. So anyway, if that happens to you, you'll see. So now it's titled it Copy of Batman versus Superman. So I'm just going to open that, and I don't want any of the imagery in here. I just want the sort of template that now I've created for myself. So you see I've got an image in here that is just an image that I've put on a little tilt. And if I right click on this, you can see I have down here, the second to the bottom, it says replace image. I believe that is also found in it's in one of these menus. Oh, it's right up here. So when I click the image itself, you see there, replace image. It's right up here in the toolbar. But you can also just right click and say replace image. And the image I want is right here in my downloads folder. As soon as this loads, there it is. And what this does is it just replaces the image that this sort of container is holding. And so it keeps the placement, it keeps the rotation, it keeps all of that intact and just places in a new image. So you see here I also have this in the background, and I can do that there as well, replace image. Now I want to show you this one's a little bit more tricky because I have some image adjustments on this that will now be reset when they upload a new image. But you see how it's kept the cropping, which is very nice. and again, the placement, the position of this photo. So I'm just going to move this down a little bit by double clicking to engage the cropping tool. Move that down a little bit, and then I'll go back to my image options here, and I usually just bump up the transparency to about 80%, and then choose a different color for my background so that some of that will show through. And then I just change the title. So this is Marlena, and I'll use the ampersand, Jacob. And there we go. And then I just changed the title in here as well of the actual Google Drawing document name. And then I just download that from the file menu, or I can even get to it this way from the search menu, which is really cool because you can just do Command and the / key. Oops, that's for shortcuts. Option / or question mark to get right in there and download. I'm just going to download it as a JPEG. So there we go. It's downloaded. Now I'll go back to YouTube, click Custom Thumbnail, and grab what we just downloaded. There it is. So that'll upload, and then I just can save the changes. I'm also going to put this in my Google Drawings playlist and click Save Changes. It may take it a second to sort of refresh your cached images and all that kind of crap. But now if I go to my video manager here, that new thumbnail should be present, and there it is. There's my new thumbnail. So that fixed the problem both for the lack of thumbnail, and it's given me a really nice custom thumbnail for my YouTube video now. So I hope that helps you save some time using the replace image feature, also being able to just make a new copy of any file in your Google Drive by right-clicking and just saying make a copy. Start out right where you are, but you don't have to, one, you're not writing over something that you've already made, and you can make as many changes as you want, knowing that the original is secure. You also start off right where you were with the layout. So for this kind of thing that I do a lot of, like YouTube thumbnails, that alone saves me a lot of time. Combine that with the replace image feature, you've got a really nice combo for saving time. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.